Hey everybody, Pinstripe here. Welcome back to some more IL-2 1946. Tonight you join me here in the Ki-100, the Mark 1 Ko, as we are here on Iwo Jima, just waiting for our engine to warm up, as we have had reports that there are enemy fighters in the area that have been bouncing our aircraft. Now you may be thinking, well, this aircraft wasn't around during this period of time. And as it usually is on this channel, I enjoy asking the question as to what if. So what if the 100 was around at this period of time? What could it have done? So whatever enemy fighters we come up against, we'll show them what for. But for the time being, let's get off this dusty rock with Mount Suribachi looming in the background. It is currently early morning, so conditions are pretty nice, as we're going to throttle up gently and climb to at least 2,000 meters. The blob that is Mount Suribachi. This map is very lunar landscape-esque, which I guess is correct for the main battle itself anyway. But as we discussed in my last Imperial Japanese fighter video, the Ki-100 was equipped with quite the deadly armament. In this case, for the Ko, we have two 20mm cannons and two 12.7mm machine guns located in different parts of the aircraft, but even so, it's certainly something that can match whatever American fighters we come up against today. Could be Corsairs, could be Hellcats, who the hell knows, but the 100 is equally matched to the Hellcat specifically. If anything, it can outdo it in certain areas, especially with the additional armor that we have here. And I don't know, I just feel pretty confident. Every time I fly this plane, you feel fully in control. It's like this is what I guess peak Japanese engineering reached, but by this point it was too late, as B-29s were everywhere. But here over Iwo Jima, we're going to see what we can do. So we're approaching target altitude. Now we just need to find those Americans. Now, just as I say that, we get... I should probably read messages received from friendlies. With enemies bouncing in at 9 o'clock. Charging full speed. Could have a head-on pass here. He pulls out at the last second. He's not in the mood. Neither is his wingman as he follows. And I'm going to, again, keep following them. We are going to open up our radiator just so we can push this baby as much as we need. And just scanning the skies for whether there are any other enemies around, because we do outnumber them here, but there's bound to be more. Gotta sort of bait them down to come join us, if you will, and they do eventually oblige. But in doing so, we can swing ourselves over and onto their 6. I'm sure they'll pull some defensive maneuvers here, so I'm not going to follow completely. We'll keep the altitude, loop over them, but they're staying tightly compact together here, not too far offshore. Throttling back as we dive down. They do have superior speed, just based on their altitude that they had before this fight commenced. should be able to swing in here and maybe grab something. Nope. They pull back into us. So without blacking out, just gently coming around. See, we've got again more friendlies up top. And we might have this guy pegged here. Just trying to get some shots away. It's a ring of roses at the moment. I'm going to follow because I'm getting rather tired of these guys being so defensive together. Now, I'm not going to follow the lead, obviously. I'm going to stick with his wingman, who is right where I need him to be. Some good hits on him there. Flaps are jammed. He might be going in, actually. Seems the shots we did were enough. But where is number one? Up top. He's angry. Okay. We're gonna roll into him. And almost get guns on again. I'm at a slight disadvantage with jammed flaps, but if we can make this work, who knows? We've got to gain this speed back. But this looks decent here. Ooh, again, just not quite getting guns up. I'm always falling slightly short. But we'll follow him into the turn. Again, just throttling back so we don't push it too far. Should probably check 6 in a minute. Might be a wise idea. Again, he pulls into me, but look how easily we follow. It's a little disgusting. Good shots on, I think, there. Decent hits. He's still flying, though. Desperately try to pepper him. He's taking all kinds of hits here. Don't want to get too close. But as we do, we hit him with the 20s. And that is another Hellcat dealt with. Be careful here because my speed is low and I don't currently see anyone else around. It's because they're up way high. Places I cannot reach at the moment. So let's climb with our jammed up flaps. I mean, speed is okay, but to reach these guys is going to take a bit more effort. Gunfights happening above. I think that's a 2v1 going on over there. It's not looking good for the American, as I'm seeing Nope, that is just two. That is two airplanes. I thought that was pieces of his aircraft. He's got his wingman nearby, but he's not helping out. I'm trying to get to him, but there's only so much I can do up here. Alright, might have a potential target here. He has altitude. I really need him to come down. In fact, I'm going to keep climbing here. He's chasing the other two. But I might have another enemy attack here. We've got the fourth Hellcat, who again isn't really helping his teammates, which I thought they would, seeing as the other two were sticking so close together, but this guy is yeah, just sort of doodling along. I mean, it could be a ghost airplane. We had two guys attacking earlier and it seemed rather unfazed, but I don't know if maybe the pilot bailed or what, but I've got to charge in anyway. He is very slow. I mean, I'm pushing some good speeds here, but I'm seeing no movement, or minimal movement, so he's clearly damaged. I can't exactly drop flaps, but we can break him apart and put an end to his misery, I guess. Yeah, I think someone else maybe claimed that victory, because we never actually received any confirmation of destruction of that aircraft. But we bagged ourselves 2 Hellcats by the looks of it. So all we need to do now is land back on Iwo Jima safely. It is so strange flying on this island, if I'm honest. Just knowing the historical value. And the comparison today, if you look at the comparison shots of what this island looks like in 2025 or 2026, whenever this video goes up, it's quite astonishing. And it's also quite difficult to see in these conditions, if I'm honest. I'm not quite happy attempting a landing here when I can barely make out the runway. It was straight ahead, but in this fog it is so tough to make out, because if you're off by even a few meters, you're going to hit the bumpy part and your plane's going to topple over. So we'll swing it back around and we'll come in for a slightly higher pass where I can see the runway, because I've got my eye on it now. I know where I'm going, so this should be just a case of swing around, again drop engine down to idle, and as we swing we'll bring our gear out. And it's so weird. It's like as I come down here I lose sight of everything. But gear is down. Again, don't want to kill speed completely. I think I'm roughly over the airfield, who knows, let's hope so. Slight bounce, and we're down. So there we have it, 2 aerial victories. We took down both Hellcats and got ourselves a sake cup as well. But it would have been nice to have continued the fight there. But plenty more to come from the Ki-100 and indeed IL-2 in future. Hope you can join me for those videos. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later for the next one.